Hey BookTube, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel, The Book Bag. Today I'm going to be doing my October bullet journal setup. The tarot cards I chose for this month are the Moon Reversed, which is coldness, bad luck, and danger in the shadows, which I thought was a very spooky kind of meaning. The other card I chose is the Three of Wands. I think it was supposed to be reversed as well, because that would mean deception, the possibility of betrayal, and don't count your chickens before they're hatched, which is kind of that sense of doom that fits with spooky season and Halloween. Upright, it means help is needed and it's offered. Beware pridefulness, seek partnership from successful sources. So yeah, it was definitely supposed to be reversed, but I just didn't do that. Oops, a daisy. Anyways, so for this month's theme, I have this kind of like witch's apothecary workspace idea. I found the little like potion bottle and the little cauldron on Pinterest and wanted to incorporate them into the same design. So I was like, what links them? And I was like, maybe it's like a little witch's house, little like workspace for them to brew their potions. So that's kind of the idea I went with. I took some of my crumpled craft paper and glued it in the corner there just to fill some blank space, and because I really like how the craft paper looks when it's glued down. And now I'm just tracing out the little potion bottle that I found on Pinterest. It's got this kind of little, I don't even know, it was gold in the original picture, this little like vine sort of thing going around it. Just kind of makes it look spookier, I don't know. And then obviously a potion inside. Maybe it's a love potion, maybe it's poison, who knows, anything's possible. But probably poison because it's spooky season. And then I have this little scroll sort of thing going around the potion bottle that I will write October on. Now I'm just drawing out the little cauldron that I also found on Pinterest from another source. I really liked the steam coming out of this one, and it's got like a fun little curvy shape. This part is the only part that I actually designed myself, and these are kind of like these little shelves, and I also found little potion bottles, once again, on Pinterest, the only place I find bullet journal ideas, and traced those out, and there's like a little skull on there, maybe it's like a witch's friend, I don't know, and I just put them all together on the shelf, and I also have some little potion bottles hanging down from the shelves, because I didn't think it would look realistic if they were standing up on the shelves. They're that kind of like diamond shape, and I'm like, there's no way you could actually stand those up. I guess magic, because it's a witch's workshop, but whatever. So I had them kind of like hanging down, and it filled some more of the white space. And I've got this little like vase that's kind of got these autumn leaves coming out of it on branches. Also adds to the fall vibe. taking my Tombow brush pen and writing October along the little scroll on the potion bottle, and then I got one of my stickers from Sticky Club and I added this little black cat who I think is probably the witch's familiar. He's got a little witch's hat on too. Then on the facing page I am setting up my sleep tracker. As always, same thing every month. Months down the left hand column, times from 8 p.m. to noon, going horizontally, space for hours, space for energy, and writing these out takes me like 6 years and 5 hand cramps. For the washi tape this month, I chose this black washi tape that's got gold and silver feathers on it. I thought it looked kind of spooky, like something a witch would have. I don't know, they've got like feathers and potions probably, right? But it just kind of had the same autumny, spooky witch look to it. I then realized when I was sketching out my bullet journal pages beforehand that I had forgotten to include space for a monthly spread like I've been doing for the past few weeks, so I took a whole whack of time to draw that out, sketch it out, because I have been finding these monthly pages super useful, and I just had to rework some stuff, but it's okay. So same as always, I'm just setting this up like a normal calendar view. I always start my weeks on Monday because I always think of Sundays as like the end of the week and Mondays as like day one of the week. I know a lot of people do it like Sundays first, which is how like most of my other calendars are, but this one I always just set up Mondays first because my weekly spreads also start on Mondays. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a Canadian thing? No, I think it's just a me thing. So now I'm just using my Tombow dual brush pen marker in orange to fill in the days portion of the calendar spread. I chose orange just because October is Halloween, jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins, orange. That's kind of the little train of thought that led me to choose orange. Then I'm just writing in the days of the weeks there, starting once again, like I said, on Monday, and then adding in all of the dates. I learned from my previous mistakes a couple months ago, making sure I check my calendar very carefully so that I get the right days and don't have to switch them all. Then next to the calendar I have my to-do section, and I kind of drew that out in the little scrolly looking thing, so it kind of looks like crumpled parchment paper. Then I'm using my brush pen again to write October at the top and 2021 at the bottom. So my next page is my weekly spread, and I thought it'd be kind of fun this month to make the days look like they're made out of like old parchment paper. So I've kind of got like little chunks taken out of these rectangles, little cuts in them, they're a little wavy, some of them have like bent corners, and it just let me be pretty quick with drawing this, and it didn't have to be perfect. In fact, it was better if it wasn't perfect and I could just kind of do whatever I want and free hand them all. So I just do that for the rest of the month, and I thought they looked pretty cute and they fit the theme really well. Like there may be a little like spell recipe cards or something, I don't know. And it was just really easy and a pretty like low stress way of marking out my weeks, because a lot of times I have very rigid kind of week setups where I have to use my ruler all the time, and that takes forever. In this I could just freehand it, and if it wasn't straight, even better. After I finished my last weekly spread, I went back to color in my cover page with some Crayola pencil crayons. As you can see here, I'm trying to decide what colors I want to have on my cover page. So I started out with a black for the cauldron, of course, the classic cauldron color. Don't think you can have cauldrons in any other color, despite what Harry Potter might say. I also put this little star on the cauldron because the original one had, I think, a moon or something on it, and I had these cute little star stickers that went along with my little cat who's in the corner, so I just thought it'd be fun to put that on the cauldron as well. I use this kind of like tan sand color around the edges of the little scroll on the potion bottle just to make it look kind of aged and older. I don't know. Or like parchment. I used red and then later an orange pencil crayon to color in the little autumn leaves that are sitting in the vase on the shelf. Kind of make them look like maple leaves a little bit. And I also drew in some little books to fill in the gaps between some of the potion bottles. After I finished coloring in the cover page, I went through the rest of my spreads and used that kind of tan sand color pencil crayon to color the edges of all of my little like parchment scroll things to make them look older and like weathered. And I think it just added a tiny touch of color to them without being overwhelming, and it just made them look like a little bit nicer. I don't think it shows up very well on camera, but it looks great in person. And then here is my final flip through. I really like this theme. I think it's really cute. The cover page, the proportions don't really make sense, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. As I was doing the flip through, I went back and added a bunch of little cat stickers to all the pages to have my little cat friend following me throughout the month. And I love these stickers. They're so adorable. It just makes me happy to have a little friend on each week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.